you change your settings. I see we're live. Hey, we're ready.
Hey guys, how is everybody? Happy Wednesday!
Awesome.
Woo!
Hump day. Let's get it.
We made it through half the week. Awesome. So, this week, welcome to Are You Well Wednesday. This week is so near and dear to our hearts. It is an exciting exciting show that we're bringing to you. It's the heart of CWC. People keep asking us, what is CWC? Who is CWC? Well, guess what, guys? Tonight we are going to tell you. Tonight you are going to meet CWC team, and what we're about, where our visions came from, our journey, what brought us here. So without any further ado, we are going to welcome to the stage here, Courtnee. So Courtnee, if you want to take it away.
Sure. First and foremost, thank you all or those of you who will get a chance to look at this live. We are changing our settings right now to public so you can share this out. We're talking about health, we're talking about wellness, and we're talking about our personal lives as well. So if you can tag somebody, if you want to tag somebody, take about 30 seconds to a minute here and just tag a few people that might have interest in just better health. And, we're a startup company. If you want to learn a little bit about who we are, you've been seeing the CWC, the shirts, you've been seeing the CWC hats, you've been seeing the CWC swag, and you're wondering, like, what is this company all about? Tag somebody that you know. We are a small business. We did just we're a startup, and we're just trying to share positivity and good health. So we're going to take a second and just share with a few people, and you can tag some people too if that's what you want to do. Let's see here. All right. Share. One more share. I'm in a few communities on Facebook, so I'm going to share this. Join us for a fireside chat. Talk about the origin story of Courtnee Wellness Companion. All right. Boom. We have here. Where else do we want to go? Here. Okay. So. All right. So we're going to get started. So it is Are You Well Wednesday, and let's talk about Courtnee Wellness Companion. And I am the founder and the CEO of Courtnee Wellness Companion, and a part of this just amazing team that's actually growing. And they asked me to be the first person to speak about the CWC. So I'm going to just kind of show you our logo here. I think a lot of people resonate with stories, and so when you look at the logo here, you see, well, first and foremost, the name Courtnee is spelled with two E's. So you see a second E. And of course, my name is Courtney, but it's not spelled that way. But a lot of the reason why we decided to do that was mainly because the company itself encompasses a lot of principles that I've kind of promoted for a really long time. This is actually my second wellness company, and I've also partnered with several other wellness companies also. But this is my second company that I've launched, and I wanted it. A lot of what I've done in the past is still encapsulated into Courtnee Wellness Companion, or I refer to it as CWC. However, the second E here, right here, it's opposite. The second E is representing technology. So many of us are using much more technology than what we used a year or two ago, right? With the pandemic. However, we didn't create Courtnee Wellness Companion because of the pandemic, but the pandemic kind of happened at the same time where we knew that technology was going to be a large part of what many people were going to be using. So that's why we separate Courtnee Wellness Companion is not just me, it's all of us that you see on the screen, and it's all of our clients as well. So I did want to mention that. That's why you see the second E is representing technology, and that's the world that we live in right now is technology. Like I'm on my phone right now. I'm not even at home. And everyone is using iPads and different things like that. So that's important to know. Now let's look at the logo itself. So when you look at the logo, you see this is going to be hard to like do this. Everything is opposite. So you see the first C and you see the second C. Wow, this is really hard. So there's two C's, right? And then in between the C, you have a lifeline, okay? And the lifeline goes like, I can't do that. You can see the lifeline, right? And then the background of everything is a heart, right? So let's talk a little bit about that. The idea of the Courtnee Wellness Companion is just that you have two C's. The two C's represents two people, right? Or it could be more than two people. The two people is really, it multiplies. So that's a community. So once you have more than one person, you have a community, right? And the two people are communicating back and forth, right? And that's the lifeline. So the lifeline is about, well, so what are we talking about? So I just got finished talking to some of my friends about energy and talking to them about sleep. So this is not just like, we're not just talking about like the game last night or, whatever. I mean, we do talk about that because that's just a part of life, but really what we're trying to communicate is life. We're trying to build somebody on the opposite end. And what organically happens, press the wrong button. I pressed the wrong button, sorry. The technology completely shuts down. If you have an iPhone and you press that home button, it completely shuts everything down. So you lost me for a second. But that communication goes back and forward. That lifeline, it doesn't go from just left to right or right to left. That lifeline goes back and forward and back and forward. So we're helping you to get healthy, but then you're also helping us to get healthy. So, and that's something that's complete. It's a holistic approach, right? When everybody involved is gaining from something, then it is a holistic approach, right? And the background of all of that is a heart. So you see the heart, and the heart represents love. You know what I mean? So we're only doing this because we love and we genuinely want to see you, and we want to see ourselves do well, and we want to see our families and everybody do well. So I mean, that's very important to understand our logo, because our logo pretty much encompasses our vision and our mission. It's really not about us. It's really about you, the other person on the opposite end of this communication. We just happen to benefit because we've decided to champion good health. And whenever you talk about good health and whenever you promote good health, it's almost like it's a soundboard. It comes back, it goes to you and it comes to me. And then when you start to feel good and you start to be motivated and you start to win, that again resonates with us, and it bounces back to us, and it reaffirms to us that good health is attainable, and it keeps us on our journey. So that's essentially what the Courtnee Wellness Companion is all about. And it is an honor for me to be able to be at the forefront of this, because I know it's right, because there's been so many people to come into this and they've been able to have success, including everybody that's on the call, but of course other people that are literally brand new to Courtnee Wellness Companion. They come right in and they're just thrilled and they're having so much success. So that's essentially what it is. I share my journey from time to time. You'll see me on my pull-up bars. You'll see me pushing and pulling my own body weight. You'll see me doing those things because I was a fat kid growing up. My teenage years, my early 20s, I was about 70, 80 pounds heavier than what I am today. I don't show a whole lot of before pictures because, quite frankly, I just don't have a lot of them. And, I'm going to start finding more so people can see that. But I had a consultant tell me, you got to share that kind of stuff because people will think that you're just a fit person. You've been fit your whole life. Well, there's many people that are right here on Facebook that know exactly who I was when I was 16 years old, 17, 15, 21, 22, 20. They know exactly who I was, and they saw my transformation of about 100 pounds. So yeah, this momentum and this company that we've built, it's been an amazing experience for me. We're doing a challenge right now called it's the Go Green Challenge for the month of July. And the green is the Go Green stands for growth and good health. We're eating something green every day. I just had some edamame and some seaweed. My wife brought me some sushi to work here. And I'm healthier because of this community and every one of you that's on this call and on all of our clients as well. So, I mean, with that being said, it looks like I've taken about almost 9 minutes. Everybody on my team knows that I can be very long-winded. So I went over the logo, and that's what I wanted to do. I did want to share a little bit about my own personal story, but it's just an amazing company, and it's an amazing opportunity. So with that being said, Heidi, I will pass it back to you. Thank you.
Courtnee, that's just awesome. Did you go over, I kind of lost a little bit there for a second, but did you go over how before with your push-up?
Push-up what?
When you did your push-ups, how now
Yeah.
and how you're helping? I love that.
Yeah, so the idea is this, like, when you know what, I didn't say that. I actually didn't say that. So when I was in college, right? So many people, when they were like in high school and in college, you're like, you might have been your most fit, you know. So first and foremost, I'm a trainer and a wellness coach who was fat. Like, it's a different thing whenever you've actually struggled with weight. There are a lot of trainers who never really had that struggle. Doesn't mean that they're not a good trainer, but when you've actually struggled with weight and you've had an issue with it, there is a difference in how you relate to people, because you know the struggle. So when I was in high school and in college, I could not pull my body weight one time. So this is why you often see me doing pull-ups, and I call it the pull-up bar, or I call it the humbling bar, because I remember when I was in college, my best friends were holding my legs because I couldn't pull myself up above that bar one time. And then to me, that was a real challenge, because I'm, you know, how can I help someone else that's very close to me? My wife is on the call. How can I help her? And then how can I help my daughters if I can't hold my own weight? So I just began to make changes, little changes over time. And today you see me pulling myself up many, many times. And metaphorically, me pulling myself up, I'm helping other people to pull themselves up. So I'm now holding other people's legs. Some people physically, like there's some people I work with physically, very few, but others I'm motivating them, I'm inspiring them, and I'm inviting them to join us. And I'm holding their legs while they pull themselves up. And even more important than that, I'm teaching them how to hold somebody else's legs, and how to hold other people accountable, and how to show other people how good health is attainable. So yeah, that's a big part of my challenge. And for anybody that's out there that's struggling with weight, I'm the fat kid. Like, that's who I am. That's who I was. And to be honest, even in my mind to this day, because I was overweight for so long, I often think that I'm still overweight, just because that's just kind of who I was, and that was my identity when I was younger, and it's kind of stayed with me.
That's awesome, Courtnee. That's why I had to remind you. I was like, because when we talk about that, and when I see that, and when you said that story, like, you know, a long time ago when you told us, I thought that you definitely have to put that in there, because again, you're helping others. And if anybody sees our post, if anybody sees our stories, we're always talking about lifting each other up,
Yes.
lifting each other up. So that's awesome, Courtnee. Your vision, amazing there. So we're going to continue next here. Again, wonderful people, and I'm so excited now to introduce Miss Mai Tai over here, our foodie. So Mai, take it over, girl.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Mai Tai. So I am so excited and pumped after hearing Courtnee speak, because I met Courtnee last year. I think we had our first meeting on Mother's Day when he invited me to be part of Courtnee Wellness Companion. And I accepted. And then like a few days later, I got laid off from my job. And I was okay, because I had been preparing for this moment, because the company has been going through quite a few reorganization, and it was only time, right? I saw the writing on the wall, and that's when I was like leaning into my cooking on Instagram, like showing people how to cook, because my passion is to show people that they can be they can empower themselves in the kitchen and grow their confidence and grow their skills. And there's no like like I've always been the person who is afraid of what others would think about me. I was very concerned about what my friends would say, what my parents would say, and like tempering myself because I didn't want to offend anybody or feel like, you know, like caring more about what others think than what I think. And it was hard, but like I wanted to show you a picture of myself over here. So July 2018, I was at the peak of my weight. I was, you know, this was 3 years after giving birth to my son. And I had, you know, weaned my son, and the weights kept piling on because I was eating like I was still breastfeeding and, you know, eating out of boredom, eating out of, you know, just stress and all that stuff. Because being a mother of young kids is really hard. And I was like, you know, I need to do something because I thought I was doing good. I was cooking my own food. I was trying to exercise, and it just was so hard. And I remember that summer at work, they were having a weight loss challenge. And I joined it, and I even got a personal trainer, and I was doing everything. And like, it was going very slowly. And then I discovered that I needed to change the way I ate, not just cooking my own food, but changing the actual ingredients that I was eating. So I decided to go low carb and keto. And like that really helped me with my transformation, because like, look at July 2018. And then that picture was taken October 2019. And now it's July 2021. And I've been able to maintain the way I've been able to maintain this weight. But not only have I lost the weight, I have gained like so much more. Like you see me, like you think I'm like always happy, always cheerful, like there's nothing wrong with your life. And I give off that impression because I feel good about myself, but it didn't just happen. Nothing just happened. I had to really work on myself, like give myself permission to put me first. That means working on my mental wellness. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I did go through a big depression in 2019. Yeah, that summer. That summer 2019, there was a lot of upheaval in my work, and I tied a lot of who I was to what I did, my job. And when I was performing well, I was on top of the world. When things weren't good, it's like, oh, I'm worthless. And what is my purpose? Like, I'm so lost. If I don't have this job, how am I going to support myself? So it was always like the worst case scenario. Like they're going to fire me. They're going to find out that I'm no good at what I do, and I'm never going to find a job. And whenever I talk to my husband, he's like, why do you feel that way? I don't see that. But it doesn't matter what other people say. It's what you say to yourself. And what you say yourself is the truth, right? If you believe that, it doesn't matter whoever tells you that you're great and you're this and you're that. It doesn't matter, because you don't believe in yourself. And I've always been jealous of people who's like confident, like seeing somebody like Courtnee. He's just like, you know, he calls himself the connector, just going up to people and just talking to them. It's like, I've never been like that. Like, I've been so self-conscious and like, what am I going to say? They're going to find me boring, etc. Like, I was so in my head. But it's long story short, I don't mean to ramble, but like, it just takes a lot of work and knowing yourself and what you can do, and that you are more capable than you give yourself credit for. And yeah, so I've been doing this full time for the last year and a half, building Courtnee Wellness Companion. And not to lie, I've never been entrepreneur, like never thought I would go on business my own, because that's very risky. And I don't know anything about business, but I know that I want to help people. I know that cooking brings me joy, and eating makes me happy, and that's what I want to share to the world. And it's a very, I don't know, simple mission, but I think it's making a lot of impact on people who feel so stressed out that somebody asks them, what are we eating for dinner? It just makes them want to tear their hair out, or what do I go to order today, or like, I don't know how to cook or anything like that. But I wasn't always the cook, seriously. Like January 2016 is January 2016 was when I actually got serious about cooking. Before that, it was my husband who did the majority of cooking, and I came from my mom's house, so she did the majority of cooking. I grew up taking care of my sister. I avoided the kitchen. Kitchen was, my mom knew how to cook, and when I was in there, I just felt like I was in the way. And there was it's her way, or there's nothing was measured. There's no recipe. It's oh, you put a little bit of that, a little bit of this. And as somebody who's don't know what they're doing, what do you mean a little bit of this, a little bit of that? I need the written, I need the instruction, I need the teaspoon, all that stuff. But anyways, I taught myself how to be more comfortable in the kitchen and cooking what I learned to cook, and using different ingredients. So I was telling Heidi earlier that people tell me that going low carb and going keto is so hard. So hard. I can't give up the rice. I can't give up the bread. I can't give up X, Y, and Z. But then life is hard, right? There's nothing that you do that isn't hard. But you do it every day. So why do you put limitations on this one thing that's actually going to change and make the biggest difference in your health, right? You're giving up the chance of, not the chance, but the likelihood that you might develop diabetes in the future, obesity, heart disease, dementia, all these things, because of the food that you're ingesting, and the lack of movement and all the stress in your life. So I don't want that future. I'm changing the course, because in my family, I have my grandma and my uncle right now. My grandma passed because of dementia, Alzheimer. My uncle right now has dementia and Alzheimer, and it's horrible. It's horrible. And there's a history of diabetes in my family, and research have shown that Alzheimer's is the third type to diabetes, type 3. And I'm altering my course. No, I'm not going to lose my mind, and I'm going to do something about it by changing the way I eat. So with that, I'm going back to Heidi. Thank you. You're muted, Heidi.
Can I say something while she's unmuting?
Yeah.
I mentioned that how we met, and I know we've both grown in that time. We were complete strangers, literally. But she has grown. She mentioned she was not really the type of person that would approach somebody like a complete stranger. That wasn't her thing. But organically, she's grown into that. So it's she's still who she is, but that's something that she's overcame, and it wasn't like anybody told her this is what you need to overcome. She realized through herself that this was an area that wasn't strong for her, and she just naturally got stronger in those areas. And I personally got a chance to see you grow and develop. That's just one way. I mean, like your energy level is through the roof right now. When we first met, your confidence and everything like was much lower, and it has grown through the roof. You've done all the things that, what I often say is, we make our soup and we eat our soup. Like we're never going to ask anybody to do anything that we won't do. In fact, if we ask you to do it, we're probably doing it times 3, because that's just where we're at in our development or whatever. So I did want to mention that, because of everybody on the call, I've known you the longest, which we haven't even known each other for no more than 2 years. And we never even like literally.
Except for Patricia, you've known her the longest.
No, great. No, what I'm saying is, of all of us on the call, I've known you the longest. That's what I was saying. And I've had a chance to see you grow and excel in many ways, like in your health, and the energy. That's a major thing. When people see that energy, many people don't have energy. Like, that is very attractive, and many people are going to look at that and say, wow, what is she taking? And I was just telling somebody today, I don't take anything. We were dancing around like we were 16-year-olds on Monday. And I told the guy, I said, I don't take anything. And I could probably outdance a 16-year-old and probably outrun him too. You know what I mean? I'm 43. I'll be 43 years old. That's not normal. It's like a fountain of youth. You know what I mean? So thanks for sharing that, Mai. And Heidi, go ahead when you're ready. I just wanted to mention that. Like,
that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. And anybody else too, because the whole family, when I say family, this is a company. We're family. We're not sitting in our offices in the back there just throwing out emails. We're talking to each other. We are engaging with each other. We're sharing with each other all of our passions, all the stuff that we're going through. And see, that is the CWC family. Okay. So awesome, Mai. You were such an inspiration. I just want to say to people out there, if you're not comfortable in the kitchen, please watch. We got Mai here. We have Regina coming on here too. Watch these ladies. Mai has put, and she's always got food going in her mouth, and it makes it look so fun. It's like some people feel like, God, if I sat there with a fork putting stuff in my mouth, people look like, what the heck are you doing? Nope, Mai's just like, here I am, and she's good. Like, you laugh, and so yeah. And here's the thing. And me and Mai talked about this before the show. We was talking here, and we was talking about people feeling limited to foods. Like, oh, I'm going to start this healthy new life. Oh, this is terrible because I'm going to miss this. No, you don't look at what you're going to miss. What are you going to gain?
Yes.
What are you going to gain? There's so many awesome, like, I just checked out and I told Mai, Regina had this grilled peach salad. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I seen it and I'm like so excited. Now, somebody might think that Big Mac from McDonald's is something they're going to miss. No, trust me, when you do the healthier things, your body, your whole mindset, so you're not missing anything, you are definitely gaining.
And then speaking of gaining, Michelle Johnson, she put a message up. She said, family first. And that's essentially what we're gaining with the Courtnee Wellness Companion. We're gaining a family yes. of people that want to get healthy here. So Michelle Johnson, she's a physician assistant. She's the pain-free PA, and she's an amazing strategic partner. She champions wellness. She beats the drum. So it is a family, and we've never met Michelle yet, but we're gonna meet everyone. Yep, family first, or family, 100. Yep, family first, family. And then Regina says, don't think about what you're giving up. She's just echoing what you basically just said, Heidi. Don't think about what you're giving up. Think about what you're gaining. But
yes.
And what's interesting about that is many people, that's kind of how many people think. Just like, and to me, that's a pessimistic way of thinking. It's like,
it's change.
Yeah. You should be thinking optimistically. And that has nothing to do with doing push-ups or sit-ups. That's mental health. Like, you can begin to bring positivity into your life by speaking it. Like, if you say, oh, it's so hot today, or, oh, I can't do this. Well, there's another way to look at it. Oh, the sun is beautiful.
And I woke up breathing.
Yes, yes, yes. That's wellness. You know,
Yes.
so you said that very well, Heidi. Um, so
Yes.
who's speaking next? Is it Pat or
Pat, go ahead. I'm going to wait. I'm going to give the mic to Pat here, and she's going to let you know how to pad those pockets.
so
Yes,
so
yes,
so before
yes.
before she says that, who what that was I don't even know how to say your name.
Justicia.
Justicia. So
Yes.
I just connected with her. She's an amazing yoga instructor, and we haven't even had a chance to talk yet. But for any of our people that are following, check her out. She's pretty awesome, and she's doing a lot of wellness products and services, and we're looking forward to connecting with you, Justicia. We're definitely looking forward to connecting and collabing. So yeah, we'll let you know how to join. We would love to speak with you. Does anyone want to talk about how to join? There it is. So basically, there it is right there. You can just go to iCourtney with two E's, iCourtnee.com. You can join right there. I think I invited you into the Courtnee Wellness Companion community, which is our free community. But it's just a great way to meet some other people and see what other people are doing. We're doing a challenge in the month of July. You're welcome to join. It's called Go Green. We're eating something green every day. You're probably already doing that, so that's fine. You can add to your meals. I know I've had a couple greens today, and I'm definitely eating more greens just because this community is championing that for the whole month. So, but sorry about that, babe. Who's Pat? Are you next?
Yes.
Okay. Pat pads the pockets. Go ahead, babe.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. And I am just excited to be here. I'm excited to be a part of this awesome family. Um, you know, just being married to the man himself has been a wonderful journey. And, I echo Courtney's story. Even when we met each other, a lot of people may or may not know this, but Courtney and I got married. I was 19 years old and he was 21, right, Court?
Yep.
Okay. So we were very young when we got together, and, I was very thin, and Mr. Jacobs was at the weight, that he was looking to change. I don't believe at that time it was a focus of his, but over time, it became his focus. And although I was big on sports. I played basketball. I was a tomboy. I could play football. Could probably have tried out for the Steelers. I'm just joking, but go Steelers. No, but we started out our relationship together. Playing sports and being very active together. And I would have to say that's probably where his journey for health kind of sort of began. We played basketball this one summer. We had a family. Before we even dated, we had a family duo, a family duo. His family came up in town to play my family in basketball. They crushed my family, but that's neither here nor there.
But your family, they were some awesome athletes.
Yes,
some amazing athletes, and some, more importantly, great people.
Yeah,
really great people. Yeah.
Yep, and but I can remember that summer. Courtney, had, and he may not remember this, but he lost, some weight that summer. And that weight loss, he was pretty proud about that and kind of surprised by that. And I think that's kind of where the I Think I Can journey began for him. And I was, if I was 100 pounds soaking wet back then, that's kind of what I was. And through the years, I put the weight on, had two beautiful children, and weight, had become a struggle for me. Had some health issues that that I discovered, and back in 2008, that would cause, weight loss to be even more of a problem for me. And, Courtney has championed that. It's not just about having a business. This is truly what he is truly passionate about. Mai talked earlier when she said, doing something that brings you joy. And when you can do something that brings you joy, you're able to sustain doing that for a very long period of time. So it's so important to find what makes you happy and what makes you passionate about what you do. And then, take people along with you. That's what the Courtnee Wellness Companion is all about. You finding what brings you joy, and then you helping someone else find what brings them joy, and you guys connect and create a circle and a friendship of just complete happy, happy, joy, joy. Okay. I don't know if you guys remember Ren and Stimpy, but that was the happy, happy, joy, joy. That was one of their favorite, songs. Okay. So, as I continue my health journey, again, I'm not a big exercise person. I hate the gym. I am a foodie. Oh my God. All I think about doing is I want to sell everything. If Issa was, off to college, I would probably tell Courtnee, let's sell everything and let's just travel the world and go to every restaurant in the world that we could possibly make our way to. Okay. Starting in maybe Africa. Okay. So, I love fufu. I can't have the smashed potatoes or the yam potatoes or whatever they call them, the yam pounded yam fufu all day long. But my goodness, I love food. And so, to be connected with someone that's going to teach me how to eat is awesome. Then Are You Well Wednesdays, connecting with Heidi, and Heidi helping us to become a little bit, think about how we are feeling synergistically, on the inside, and not just how you're feeling on the inside, but how do you feel about how you look on the outside? Having all of those components helps me every day on my journey, Then I found my passion. My passion is actually the financial piece. I was working as an executive director for a personal care home. I had been in that industry for 3 years. I managed the money of the Jacobs household. I am the CFO of, the Courtnee Wellness Companion. And by virtue of us going into business together, it forced me to get a better understanding of money and how to manage that money. And over time, I found that it was something that I actually enjoyed doing. And here I am, in the midst of dealing with the COVID, outbreak within the community, managing a multi-million-dollar business for another company, helping that company to continue to be financially successful. Passion, I found out in the midst of COVID that I actually love managing and dealing with anything that has to do with money. So here I am, kind of like, oh my goodness, not only do I see that I have a skill, I've been trading off and on for the last 15 years, 16 years. And I have had some wonderful successes. I've had some failures. That's a part of the financial world, investing. I've learned a lot, in terms of, making the smart decisions, and I'll throw some tips out there. The number one tip is, always and only invest what you can afford to lose. When you are in a position to where you are able to get extra money coming from some source, somehow, some way, whether it's, birthday money, whatever, instead of doing the same things that you do with that, do something different. Buy a stock, put it somewhere where it can grow, and then utilize the internet to kind of educate yourself on money and how money works and different things like that. So, the number 2 tip of money is diversification. Whenever I was growing up and you heard, the big financial analysts always talk about diversification. It's like, okay. Yeah. Mutual funds, stocks, spread my money around. Well, it's true because, if you have money in one pot, and if something happens to that pot, you're out of luck, right? So it's always wise to diversify your money, no matter what areas you're investing in. If you're going to do cryptocurrencies, have some crypto, have some stock, have some mutual funds, and you can start those savings early, and you can start. Putnam Investment is a company where you can actually put $25 up every month in a mutual fund or every week. So, you can start somewhere to build wealth. And it doesn't matter how old you are. I think that was one of the struggles when I first got started in investing. I always say, man, I wish I would have started when I was like 20, 21. No, every day that we give, God gives us the breath of life and a new day. That's a new opportunity to do something different, and to start afresh and anew. Okay. So, and don't be afraid when you take the risks. If you have some failures, of course, we're not going to be frivolous with our money or anything like that, but learn from it. What can I do different next time? And I'm happy to be able to add that piece of, the Courtnee Wellness Companion component, because we don't want you just financially wealthy. We also want you healthy, and we want you to look good, we want you to feel good, and we want you to be able to go out there and splurge on yourself every so often, right? And so that's what it's about. That's what the Courtnee Wellness Companion means to me, and that's how it's been impacting my life. Learning from learning from Heidi. Oh my God, learning how to make pulled pork from banana peels from Regina. It's been like, it's so much. Sometimes I'm like, oh my goodness, like we got all this going on, and sometimes as a leader, I don't even know what we got because we're just that doggone awesome, So
and that's how you, and that's kind of how you know it's right.
Yes.
I was gonna just say that's kind of how you know it's right, when you're gaining so much and you're also giving. And I apologize for cutting you off, but
happens all the time. It's okay. I'm teasing.
But no, but that's
hubby and wife.
Right. Be nice. Right.
We're live here.
No, funny story. Real quick, funny story. She talked about our families and sports and stuff like that. My wife and I are both pretty competitive. And she is a very good athlete. Pretty much everything she does, she's really good at it. We literally started playing tennis because we were both too competitive at basketball, and it was just getting out of hand. So we basically said, what is a sport that we can learn, and there's something that can divide us and put some space in between us. We literally started playing tennis for that reason. I mean, the Williams the Williams sisters were very impressive to watch, and they were dominating at that time some 20 years ago. That's whenever we started playing tennis, and we fell in love with the sport. And oh, by the way, it just happens to be another thing that you're moving,
Yep.
Yeah.
But go ahead, babe. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. But we have fun. We do. Courtney and I, we have fun together, and we're just like any other couple. We have our struggles, we have our growth moments, but we've made a decision that we're going to continue to work at the relationship. We're going to continue to work at our own personal goals and support each other in that. And that's truly what it's about. So, yeah, that's really all I had to say. Thank you.
Patricia, you are so awesome. And it is so, again, that just like plugged in the whole realm system here of CWC. Because when you talk about finances, you do, because if somebody is struggling, they are stressed. They are not, there's some people out there sad that don't have the money for medicines that I have. So CWC, number one, wants to make sure you have the money to get those things that are needed, and two, get you off those medications. So again, full circle, right? It's awesome.
So we have some other strategic partners and that are very competitive too. Michelle, she says her and her husband did the same thing. She says me and my hubby have to be on the same team, or the competitiveness is real, in all caps. It makes for a healthy marriage. That's all.
Yes,
It makes for a healthy marriage.
absolutely.
Well, Michelle, as long as you bring home the win, that's all that matters, right?
Oh
Hey
my.
Heidi, who's next?
All right. So I didn't know if you wanted me to go next and then let them go, or I can end it
That's
if you want. How do you
no,
want?
that's fine. You can go next, and then Regina. We're kind of going. I guess you could say in the order of which, what is the order? In which, like, so basically everybody. See, this is why I have. This
Which
is why.
you joined the company.
See, this is why I have these women on the team because they are all smarter. I completely forgot what I was even going to say. I'm like, why did we say we were going to do that?
Yeah. Well,
but why don't we? Yeah, why don't you go next, Heidi? Because basically everybody that's on the call right now, this is the CWC team, and well, Lynette, she's the newest one. She's not even officially, she hasn't officially crossed over, but we've had some conversations with her, and I think she's gonna want to join as well. But we wanted to get her perspective because she's the newest person. Like we literally just met her, and we wanted her to share her thoughts on what CWC was because we're gonna have a lot of new people coming in, so we want new people to kind of have an idea of what it's like. But before we get to her, Heidi, why don't you share a little bit about what CWC means to you? And Regina will follow you. And then Lynette, you can kind of, as the newest person, if you don't, just give a few thoughts on what your thoughts on and how your heart is making you feel about what we're doing. That's all.
awesome. So guys, well, you, as you know here, I hold down the fort here and Are You Well Wednesday. And I've just had a passion. I've known Courtney for quite some years now.
Yes.
We worked together, partnered together. Oh God, what was that? I forget how many even years ago.
Yeah.
But we partnered up and we was helping others, like senior citizens get fit and stuff. Had a wonderful rapport together. Him and Patricia, love them. They're like family, you know. So we broke away and did our own thing here for a little bit. And then this past couple years, whenever COVID hit, because I was to tell a little bit about myself there. I've dipped into many different facets of health, wellness, beauty, all of that. Since I was younger and stuff, I was always intrigued and I always wondered. I was before stress. I have a lot of anxiety. Could never figure out, you know, why my body was working like it is, and I still continue. So I guess it just gave me the passion to want to learn more about physical, mental health. And to make a long story short, I come around, had a lot of anxiety, was teaching. I was director at the beauty academy and I was a teacher also. So I hit that facet. I did massage therapy for a little bit. Then I went and was a personal trainer, got my nutritional specialist, health coaching, and nothing seemed to, kind of satisfy of what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go. I'm currently too, I was on when COVID hit, I was teaching preschool. So at the end of it, like when I got laid off for COVID, I come across and I seen Courtney and he was doing his thing. And I was like, I called him up and I was like, Courtney, what are you doing, man? Because I felt in a funk. Like I really was like, okay, now I'm doing this. I just feel like I'm meant to be somewhere. And it was weird. It was like we say it was divine timing again, because he was like, this is what I'm doing. And then we talked and we just joined forces again. And then I met Mai and all of that. And it was like, oh my God, like I love him. Like this fits me. And everything that I've learned, all the schooling that I've had just came around to this. And the one thing that I found was not only just on a business sense, but these were my people, because success comes in numbers. And I don't care how much education we get on nutrition, how much education we get on any of that. If you don't have the mental You know, if you're mentally not prepared to have that positive attitude, to wake up every day and say, listen, I'm going to live my best life. I'm going to do, and everybody, I don't know anybody out there that doesn't suffer from that at least once in a while. That is where community comes in. That is where community comes in. And I was like, oh my gosh, we have foodies over here that are cooking some bomb meals,
Yeah.
so that's going to keep me in check. I got Courtney over here pushing up Harrisburg over there. I got Patricia going to pad the pockets. I got this, like, I'm like, woo, I got this armor, like all this armor that I wake up, and if I'm not feeling me that day, if I'm not feeling like, oh, hi, and I just come off, so everybody knows too, and I'm sure people heard me talk, I just come off a real depression of health myself, with knees. I had several surgeries. I went through a very bad stage past few years, and my body's not where I want it right now. But guess what? I got my army with me. So I'm going to get there. And like I said, what I loved it is we're real. We're living it. We're not some corporation that is sitting again talking and telling you eat this, do that, and you don't see them, you don't know where they're at. We're coming on live with real stories, real heart, real struggles every single day. Every single day. And to put in a nutshell, I want to let these other beautiful people speak, but guess what? That's what CWC means to me. And again, success comes in numbers, people. Numbers. So our community it's family.
And before we pass it right to Regina, I have to say this, Heidi, like we spent at least an hour or two on that phone call, and we're just like, man, this is like divine connection. It was almost like we never left off,
Yeah,
like
right.
we never stopped. It was like my mission was the same, your mission was the same, but we're just building something else. It was almost like the company we were working with before was Jake's Fitness.
Right.
That was our first company. So this was like Jake's Fitness 2.0, but it's called the Courtnee Wellness
It's
Companion.
H2O.
Yeah. And now it's like, look at look at the panel that we have here. First and foremost, I hate to say it, fellas, but women are dominating wellness. Like we have to learn from women. Like women are dominating health. They're literally living longer than us. They're living longer than us. So we have to just get better. We have to learn from women because they're just dominating. They're dominating health. They go to the doctors, they get checked up. They're doing what they have to do. Guys, we're stubborn. We have to listen to our wives and listen to our significant others on that one. And it just
And we even got, a little Issa in the background. I'm sure you guys saw her. So, women rule, boys drool, right?
that's 100. I mean, so but I wanted to say, look at the diversity of this panel, and it's like that's another thing. Like when you, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. Anytime you can bring a unique group of people together that are very different but all share the same, and we talk about we're like the Avengers. Individually, each and every one of us can help a lot of people, but like collectively, we can really change the world.
Absolutely.
So Heidi, you fit right in. We're the sisters from another mister. I'm the only one that's not a sister, so don't get it twisted. The sisters from another mister. That's what this is. And Regina is actually she's our newest business partner. And when we say business partner, we're talking about people who actually have equity position with the company, and they've decided to raise their hand and say, we believe in the vision and the mission, and we believe in the heart and the mind of the companions that are here. So Regina, why don't you kind of just share a little bit about what Courtnee Wellness Companion is to you and what it means to you?
Well, first of all, I want to say, coming into this, I didn't know what to expect, but what I have learned is that you guys have become my family. Yes, we are all partners in wellness, but I don't look at you as a partner. I look at you as my family because, you know, there are days when I look at the fridge and I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to eat vegan today. I just want to cheat, you know. But then I think about, my big brother doing pull ups. I think about Heidi posting about, are you staying hydrated? What are you eating? I think about Mai and what she's cooking and what she would say if I didn't eat what I was supposed to eat. Um, and I think about Pat, like, okay, why am I going to run to the grocery store just to spend extra money just to have a cheat day when I know I don't need it? So it's all those things working together. It's a community of people that encourage me and that uplift me and that push me to be the best version of myself. Um, it's not like I try to tell people, Courtnee Wellness Companion, they are not there to try to change you or to make you do something you don't want to do. They are building a foundation that can only enhance your greatness, and they will tell you that you are amazing, you are great, and you can be greater than what you are. So let's come to the table, let's come together, let's make things happen to help you. And when I first met Courtney, I was cooking on a live, and then he reached out to me, and we began to talk and communicate. And I have learned so much from everybody on the panel. And I've gained so much. I have gained followers across all my social media. I have a more personal relationship with my. I even now I try to cook with her when she cooks on Thursdays. Whatever she's cooking, I'm like, okay, how can I make that vegan, so that I can eat it too. So it all kind of works together, and we're just a family. We are a team. We are, I always tell my daughter, she always says teamwork makes the dream work, which is so true. But we're also a family. And if you are a family and you love your brothers and sisters, you want them to be well. You want them to be healthy. You want them to be financially stable. You want them to have all the tools and the information that they need to succeed. So I see CWC is a platform to give me all the tools that I need to be successful, and whatever role I can play in that, I'm grateful.
Now, one last thing, Regina, how long have we known you? Because it's all those amazing things that you just said. It is
Uh,
wonderful, but let people know how long we've known each
um,
other.
is it like 2 months?
Maybe,
Almost 2 months. Almost.
yes.
Like it's not even 2 months yet. I
And
want to say like 6 weeks.
that's the powerful thing. And that's how we kind of know that we're onto something, and it's right, because we have people that are just kind of coming right into it, and it's almost like we're like a choir. We're singing a certain song, and people, whenever they hear that song, it's something that resonates with them, and it's a
Mhm.
harmony, and then they can just jump right in and add their harmony right to it. And it's
Yes.
like you're familiar with the words, you're familiar with the
Yes.
people, you're familiar with, you feel like you feel very comfortable, and it's and to me that's remarkable, because the world we're in, it's like everybody's a stranger, you know what I mean, like you trust and this and that, and it's like, but when you have certain people and they resonate with you, that's a powerful thing. So Regina, thank you for sharing that.
Oh,
I wanted people to really know that we've only just met each other, like
yeah.
with all of you with the rest of us. So thank you for sharing your
It,
experience so
it,
far.
it's truly amazing when you can meet a total stranger, not even in person, but you can meet total strangers and you instantly have a connection. That is something that is hard to find.
Regina, that's the same. I have people that I've known my whole life that I, not against anybody out there listening to this, but that I feel closer, like I can call anybody on this panel and be like, oh, and that they're going to listen and love and steer me in the right direction. And she's going to crack the whip and she's going to put me where I need to be, believe that. But just that love and diversity, when
My
you're
my
talking about
my
diversity,
I thought about that too, Heidi.
Mine's gonna be like, we're gonna do a one-on-one training on technology. We're gonna get you up. Let's go.
Hey, when we pull each other up, we all rise.
That's right. Like cream, baby, like cream.
Still
Rising
I
to the
rise.
top.
Still I rise. Yes. That's a beautiful way of saying it, Mai. Like, and that's what we do. We raise each other up. That's exactly what a companion does. We raise each other up. And there's Matilda. She's gonna raise you up, Mai.
Another girl.
Another girl, right? Girls rule.
Girls rules, boys rule.
Last but not least here, Lynette, she's actually so Mai talked about how early on how she was not so much of a person that would just engage with people. Well, Mai actually brought Lynette into the Courtnee Wellness Companion, and we're very blessed. I should also say this too, like many of our people here, like Regina, she didn't mention a lot about, she's a cook, like she has cookbooks and different things like that. So we definitely want to, like, once you connect in with us, we have the goods, baby. Like we have it. You know, Regina has a cookbook. She's a foodie, so she's cooking. Heidi has what she has going on. Lynette,
the gift of gab.
It's a gift,
Come on,
baby.
Courtnee.
It is a gift.
Heidi's gonna welcome she's gonna welcome you so much to the CWC family. You're just gonna know you're supposed to be a part of it.
Exactly.
Either that or run away.
So Lynette, she is a nutritionist by trade, but Mai actually connected with her on Clubhouse, and amazing story just to tie in what Mai was saying. Like she is now connecting and inviting people to join what we're doing. So Lynette she's actually the newest person. She's not even officially a member, she's not officially a partner. However, we've had some side conversations, and she definitely would like to continue to explore it. And Lynette, I'll just let you know, I've already shared with my team, and myself and the rest of us, we're all like, Lynette wants to be on board. We want Lynette on board. We've had some conversations with you. But for the sake of this call, as at the moment, you're a client of the Courtnee Wellness Companion, and you're also you're a strategic partner because you champion wellness and you have some services that you offer people. Can you just share, first and foremost, about how long we've known each other, and then secondly, what does Courtnee Wellness Companion mean to you, so far?
Hey everyone.
Hi, Lynette.
All right, so my name is Lynette, and yes, I actually met my I'd say it was like a week and a half ago actually. And it's so funny though because I initially asked her a question about as far as like the cooking because I've been watching it and it's just been awesome because I know that's something that I have been wanting to do, just never really knew exactly where to go to do it. And then yes. It is so funny because I've actually shared this with my husband and family members as well, that once I met then before I knew it, I woke up and I met, Courtney and his wife and Miss Heidi. And before I know it, here I am. It was just one of those things that everyone just clicked. And honestly, it's amazing so far. And the best part about it is that everyone has been very, very kind and very heartfelt and honestly very communicative as well, because even with me being so busy in my background with my kids and life and everything like that, no one has ever missed a beat on letting me know what was going on. So one of the main things, especially being the newest person, like I said, it's only been probably a week since I've known everyone as a whole. But the CWC, honestly, it hits me home because I see a group of persons, individuals. I see family. Everybody's mentioned that, and just pretty much a community of wellness services, whether it's fitness, nutrition is the main thing, and it's just awesome because it's not only something that I can move on from, but I can also share this information with my family, my friends, and my own loved ones. So it's just been just awesome, especially with the food, because that's my heart right there, literally.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's literally my heart. I had come from a culinary background, psychology background, and it's just one of those things that even after culinary, I never thought of myself going back into food. It literally just kind of hit me. So
No, that's it's
well,
awesome.
yeah, it's like literally like even when even with me being on my own wellness journey, everything kind of aligned itself on its own, and the things that I always loved and what always was meant for me to do just kind of fell right back into place. So I just appreciate everyone, the commitment. You can see the investments that everyone has made. It's just awesome, basically. And I just can't wait to really sow my royal oats into the community of just whatever I can get myself in my hands wet and do. So I'm ready. I can't wait.
Thank you. No, we're ready and we're excited, and you know, really from the time that Maya introduced you to us, um, you know, I'm the way that I am as a person. Like, I listen to people and I hear them beyond my ears. Like, I hear them with my heart, and just some of the things that you were saying, I could see it. Like, I knew from the beginning, and I'm like, well, you became a client, you became a strategic partner. I'm like, that's wonderful. Then it was like, I was almost hesitant because I could have just said right from the start. I could have been like, well, we're building, and it seems like you're building too, and I think we can all build together. Like, that's, you know what I mean. So, but I didn't want to scare you like on day one. I had
Oh,
to at
no, you're
least
fine.
I had to wait at least 1 week. You had a
Yes.
week. I'm like, I'll give her a week. Like, you're not even getting a 2-week notice. Just 1 week.
Yep.
But no, we appreciate you articulating that. And we thought it was very important for people because we want to share what CWC, Courtnee Wellness Companion, really means to us individually, and really give some people some background on what it is. It's more than just a T-shirt or a hat. It's really about tying it right back to from the start. It's about these two people here, the two C's, and then that lifeline in between. This is really what it's all about, and we're going to go back and forth with each other, and ultimately both of us are going to win. The C on this side, you, and the C on this side, me. We're going to win, and we're going to keep growing, and we're going to get healthy, and everything that you ever want is going to come to you, because we're going to make sure that we're going to just lift each other up. And that's what, if you're going to partner with CWC in any way, shape, or form, be prepared to get healthy, be prepared to get happy, be prepared to have energy. I know it sounds like pie in the sky. I know there's so many infomercials out there, these guys saying do this, do that, but this is what you're going to get. We're going to be right there with you the whole time, and we're going to get into the nooks and the crannies, and we're going to say, hey, how much water are you drinking? And we're going to have our water bottles right next to us. We're going to be like, come on, we're doing planks. We're going to do some dance aerobics. You know what I mean? We was doing some zanku on Monday. We had a blast with that. We're going to invite you to come out and dance with us. We're gonna open up our kitchens and say, hey, what are we eating? Drop a picture of a healthy meal you're eating. I'm gonna drop a picture of a healthy meal I had today. Like I said, I had seaweed and I had some edamame, and I was with a group of people and I looked up the health benefits of edamame. One of them is you can reduce your risk of breast cancer. You can lower your cholesterol. These are all things that, every day, this is what we're doing, a little bit at a time. And this is amazing, Heidi. I appreciate you allowing us to use this Wednesday to really just talk about CWC and, our members, our founding members here, and business partners. This is a great experience.
Hey, Courtney, there's somebody who asked about anxiety and panic attacks. Can we address this?
Yes. What's the question?
Anybody know about anxiety and panic attacks? We'd love to get more support in this area. And this, I think, is from Peggy.
Okay. Anxiety and panic attacks. Anybody want to?
Yeah, Oh, go ahead, Patricia. Did you have?
I was going to also reference a Facebook user. I'm not sure who that particular.
Peggy.
Okay. She said something on the lines of anxiety and panic attacks. Says, look into crystal singing bowls.
I think Sherry's.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. To touch on that, number one, I always reference because I know I'm not a clinical health, professional or licensed, clinical person. So we always say, if that is something that you're struggling with, definitely talk to your doctor about it,
Yes.
talk to your counselor about it. And then once you have an established, plan of action with your counselor and your doctor, partner with us in regards to making sure you have your physical activity where it needs to be, making sure you have um, you know, the food aspect, where it needs to be. I think with anxiety and depression, as someone who has, experienced it myself, I would say the COVID pandemic uh, really put me there. I managed two COVID outbreaks at the community that I managed as an executive director, and I hit a shocking, rock bottom. And my background, like my growing up, and I know my grandmother is probably going to see this video, but sorry, grandma. But outside of prayer, which it is essential. It's one of the essential components of my life. We are spirit, soul, and body. And so, your body is physically, goes through the physical impacts of depression and, anxiety. And you have to have, for me, having that prayer life and praying and that meditation, whatever it may be, I found that it was helping me, but I also needed to talk to someone. And so I took the time out to go put my pride aside, put whatever aside, and I went and I told my doctor, and it was very hard. My doctor led me down the road of, going to a counselor, so forth and so on. And so now what I do with the support of my counselor and my doctor, I, dig in as best as I can into the community where there's this group of loving people that, they're human, we're human. We are all experiencing some of the same things. And, and I, go ahead.
I was going to say, hey, Bae, definitely what you're saying. None of us right here are medical folks, and whoever had the question should definitely seek that. But right to what you're saying, the community, we do. Michelle Johnson, she's actually a physician assistant.
Yes.
So right in
one of our strategic partners. Yes.
Right in our community. And she has some information here.
Talk to Michelle.
Yeah, Peggy, you can connect with Michelle. And just for anybody that's listening, this bug, she says anxiety and panic are super layered. Reaching out to our clinical. I didn't even know clinical was a word, but then I think it was clinical. But then she says clinical team, then your coach, therapy, group shift programs. Interestingly, some of this will be in our upcoming masterclass on renewing, empowering self-care without the guilt. See, once again, people, this is what I'm talking about.
Yes, Michelle. Yes.
Once we start to talk about these things, that's the power of a community. Michelle Johnson is an amazing person. She's a strategic partner of Courtnee Wellness Companion. She's also a physician assistant, but she champions wellness from a self-care standpoint. So you definitely want to connect with her. She actually tagged her Zoom information there. So Peggy, definitely connect with her. She's somebody in our community. And then we would certainly invite you to explore joining the Courtnee Wellness Companion. We would love to partner with you. I think, Mai, you know Peggy, right? Is that somebody from your community?
Yes, I know Peggy. She's the Californian.
Yeah, Cali in the house. So definitely, Peggy, definitely consider connecting with Michelle. And Michelle, she's a part of the Courtnee Wellness Companion community, and we would love to companion you and learn from you as well.
Yeah, that's right.
I do have a question. I'm sorry. Can I?
Go ahead.
My question is: do we have any anyone that does like therapy? Not therapy. Meditation. Do we have anyone on board that does meditation?
Yes, we do. Off the top of my head, her name is Brianna. She does what is that called whenever you hit that pot and it makes that sound? Ooh.
Sound bone. Is that a sound bone?
Yeah, she does that.
Mm-hmm.
And we probably have some other folks that do the same thing. Well, not that same thing.
We have Leslie Avila. She does meditation and she does yoga.
Yeah.
She's in Harrisburg.
So that's an, yeah.
And
So
what's awesome, guys, is we're working on that to have a reference. And that's another, I'm so glad like all of this transpired here, because what we do, all of our strategic partners and all these people that we collaborate with, we will have references. We will put you where you need to be. So that's what's awesome about CWC, is you're going to have a community that is from body, mind, soul, financial, all these aspects of health and wellness. We are going to put you on the path where you need to be, to get the help, or, get you where you want to be.
Yep. Michelle Johnson says a directory would be amazing.
Yeah.
And that's something
that's in progress.
Yep.
Yes, that is awesome.
Yeah.
So this is the Courtnee Wellness Companion, folks. If you get a chance to see this live, or if you're watching the recording, if you have any questions, you can contact any one of us on this panel. You can contact Michelle Johnson, because she was basically on the panel. I think she's like officially she might be working, so she probably couldn't jump on, but you can contact her, and that's just really what's happening. We're just building, and it's an amazing team, and it's an amazing program, and at the end of the day, we're all getting healthier, and that's really what it's all about. So this has been an awesome show. Heidi, once again, thank you for facilitating this. Lynette and Regina, I know you all, Pat, are extremely busy, but I appreciate you taking the time. And yeah, just excited. On tomorrow, we're doing a cooking class with Mai Tai. So if you want to try the class free, you can try it free. Send one of us a DM, and we'll get you into the class. What are we cooking tomorrow, Mai?
We're making Kung Pao chicken.
Kung Pao chicken.
Everybody was kung fu fighting
and eating chicken too.
That's
Hey, Courtnee, before we go real quick at the very end, can we just run through just a real quick during our week, what we offer during the week, like real quick, so people know.
Absolutely.
Yes, I also want to real quick say that join us right after the cooking class, myself and Fred Felona. He is a licensed financial manager, and we are having a 4-week How Money Works session. So if you come and partake in this session, at the end of the 4 weeks, you are going to walk away with a comprehensive financial plan. Okay? Yeah. So join this. Fred's amazing. He's been doing this for many years. He's going to basically show you where you can save money, where you can, how to grow your money, and get you on the right path of your, goals, to meeting your goals. So join us tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern time to 9 p.m. Eastern time, every Thursday for 4 weeks.
And to join that program, it's $20 for that program.
Correct.
So,
yep. $20 for the full 4 weeks. Yep.
That is amazing price. Amazing.
And our membership, which is separate from that, is $19.99 a month. And to go to what Heidi was saying, what's all included in that membership is Monday through Thursday, we have events. So Monday, we do a Make a Move Monday. We've been doing these different dance classes. We've done core training. It's a 30-minute class, and it's on Zoom. On Tuesday, we're doing a coaching call. And in the coaching call, we walk. So the first 2 days of the week, we're kind of focused on movement. But the coaching call, we're also focused on what's working and how, what are some areas of opportunities for you to get better, and then how CWC can support you in that. So it's community-based. On Wednesday, we have a panel where we have wellness professionals that share different wellness topics. On Thursday, we do two things. We do a cooking class in which it can be a class or a show. You can join us live, or you can just kind of watch it and cook it later. And then right after that, we do our financial wellness program. So that's pretty much what we're doing. We have the community. We do different challenges as well. Right now, we're doing a Go Green challenge. Last month, we did a water challenge. Maybe next month, we might do a sleep challenge. I'm thinking a lot of people are kind of trying to get better with their sleep habits. And some people are trying to get results. And I think sleep would help many people to start to change their bodies. So that's it in a nutshell. It's a companion system. We're gonna be there with you the whole time. You can consult with us individually, and that's what it is. It's a
And
wonderful
it's geared to all ages, no matter where you're at in your stages of life, we have you covered no matter.
Yeah. And just to be clear, the financial wellness class is it comes up as a part of your membership package if you're a paid member. And then for non-paid members, it is just $20 for the 4 weeks. So yes.
All right. Are all minds clear? We went a little bit longer today. Our team is growing, so whenever it doubles, we're gonna have to really talk about CWC in like 5 minutes each person.
Hi, we're CWC. Bye.
We're gonna rock your world. Bye.
The beautiful thing though is sometimes a picture is worth many, many words. Like when people see the energy, the height, the journey, sometimes you don't have to say a lot. So I mean, I think a lot of people kind of knew what we were, but this is just for those people that like to hear people talk. I don't know. But sometimes I like to just show, you could just show people better than you could tell them, you know, you just share your journey and share what
Courtney,
you're
you
doing.
like to tell them better than you can show them. I mean, let's be honest.
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
teasing.
sorry.
I'm teasing.
But no, thanks Heidi again. This was awesome.
Thanks everybody.
Pat, have an awesome day, everybody. Be well.
Good night.
Take care.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
How about our picture? Ma, you got a pic?
Oh, let's get the pic. Let's get it. So,
Why is it always me though? All right, wait, hold on.
so the whole thing behind the picture is it's the journey. So we champion the journey, not the destination. We're building something. So we want to we like to keep track of what we're doing during the journey. So whenever 20 years.
Look at Regina. She's like, oh my God,
we
really?
Where are you at, Regina? You up
Turn the
there?
lights on in here. We turn the party lights on in your car, Regina.
Jeez, get that beautiful face.
Let's do it. CWC, baby.
Woo, got it.
All right.
All right, guys.
Bye, everyone.